Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams, or teams that are self-aware, united, persevering, empowered, and resourceful. Find out more about them at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, I hope you're doing well today. And we're going to dive back into change today by talking about why some changes just don't stick, and or why some of your team members revert back to the old way of doing things, even if the new process is better and more efficient. So, have you ever been through this? I mean, you spend a lot of time and effort and money prepping everyone for the change. The change goes well, and then a week after the change is all implemented, you see people doing things the old way and just disregarding the new way of doing things. Well, today I want to give you 3 tips that'll help you lock in the new changes so that your entire team rarely reverts back. So, if you're wondering why people revert back, well, it's usually because leaders do not do all the things that we're going to talk about today. So, the first thing that you need to do with all change once it's been implemented is to follow up with everyone on your team who has changed to ensure that they're getting comfortable with the new way, with the change. If they are not comfortable, you usually won't have any problem hearing it from them. And it gives you a great opportunity to connect with them by hearing them out and then begin to take action on their concerns. This may be getting them some one-on-one training to help them know the system better, or it may mean sitting down with them right then and there and going through some of the things with them. Or it may mean pairing them up with somebody who has already fully embraced the change and is just loving the change. You may also need to check their new equipment for defects or anything like that. The point of this first tip is to just listen to your team members. Let them voice their opinions and concerns without any backlash or resistance from you. All right, second tip is that you must remove and eliminate the old way of doing things. If the old system or tool or book or process is still accessible, I will guarantee that somebody on your team will find it and start using it. This is primarily because they were fully capable of producing using the old method, and now they want to creep back there. By removing the old process altogether, you fix this challenge because there's nothing for them to fall back on. The temptation is removed. They must learn the new change, whether it's a system, a tool, a process, or whatever. They must now learn the new change, the new system, tool, or process in order to succeed. Finally, don't ever take any part of the change process for granted or think that everything's going to go without a hiccup. Expect hiccups to happen and be prepared when they come. Don't let up. Don't let things catch you off guard. You might want to have daily meetings or get daily stats on the progress of the change. Find out who the first ones to complete the change are and maybe recruit them to help others. You can also be present and available for your people to ask you questions. And openly celebrate and reward people as they complete the change. Bottom line is, going through change is difficult, but many times it's staying changed that is the most challenging thing. So to recap the 3 tips, first of all, follow up to ensure your team members are getting comfortable with the change and address any difficulties they may be having. Second tip was eliminate the old way of doing things once a new change is in place. Don't give your team members any temptations to revert back to the old way of doing things. And finally, the third tip was don't take any part of the change process for granted. Expect challenges and know the change process is not finished as soon as everyone changes. You need to keep ensuring that your people have accepted the change. Be available for them and reward them as you see fit. So hey, that's it for today. And today's challenge is to think about any of the changes that you've seen that may not have stuck in your organization or company, and where you've seen people revert back. Which of these tips that I mentioned today were just never implemented? Then I want you to ask yourself if you can still implement any of these tips. The most important thing is to keep this in mind moving forward in order to lock in all of your new changes. Hey, once again, I want to remind you about a brand new membership site that Current Leadership Coaching will be launching on October 1st. This membership will be a community of entrepreneurs and leaders that want to excel as leaders so they can create and lead super teams. This membership group will include 2 monthly leadership lessons, live calls for Q&A, live calls for mentoring and coaching, and an online membership community where you'll be able to connect with a bunch of like-minded leaders. If you're interested in becoming a founding member or would just like more information, please email me at Paul, that's Paul, at clcteam.com. You can also get on our wait list now. As a founding member, you'll be able to join at the absolute lowest price, and you'll be locked into that price for as long as you stay in the membership. I mean, it's going to be less than $20 a month. Again, if you're interested, please email me at Paul, that's Paul, at clcteam.com. As always, we greatly appreciate you for listening. Have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.